in living color.
What it is, your man and I back in the building for another episode of the 90s within They said it's daylight savings, turn your clock back. I'll turn mine back to 1992. Today we're talking about doing another like installment. This will be the first installment of the best in living color skits from the 90s. Now growing up, I don't know if y'all was watching Saturday Night Live or what the skit show that you were watching. I can't really think of it, maybe like the Benny Hill show or something way back in the day, but like as far as like skit shows coming up in the 80s and the 90s, Saturday Night Live was probably the biggest one. But not to us. Not to us. The biggest one for us and legendary, and none of them were ever. I'm talking about Mad TV tried to, bite off of them. Lots of shows tried to imitate. I think Mad TV was like even though Mad TV is Mad TV because Mad Magazine, but the TV show to me was like almost just like a bite off of In Living Color. And not as legendary to me as In Living Color, but In Living Color, when that would come on every week, we were waiting to watch, see who was the musical guest, who was going to be the guest on the show, doing what skits they were going to do, the clothes that they were going to wear. We waited every week to watch that In Living Color to see what was going to happen. All right, now In Living Color was a sketch show, so they did skits of different. You know what a sketch is. Am I explaining what a sketch is? It's a sketch show, alright? So, one of the best sketch shows, the best sketch show in history of the 90s, In Living Color. Let's get into it. Jim Carrey was crazy, superstar, but he started off on In Living Color, and some of his characters on In Living Color are legendary and probably just boosted him into the status that he is today. But one of the best ones was Fire Marshal Bill.
With us today is Fire Marshal Bill, and he's going to be teaching us about fire safety in the classroom, okay?
Alright, now Fire Marshal Bill was like, I don't know if he was supposed to be a dead fire marshal or something, where he just burnt up or something like that. But he would always come to these places. He would come to, a school. He'd come to somebody's house, and he would be teaching them about fire safety. And how he teaches you about fire safety is blowing himself up. So if he's teaching you about don't light fireworks, he's gonna blow himself up with some fireworks. If he's teaching you, make sure you turn the stove off, he's gonna burn himself up with the stove off. Like the most craziest ways that you could get burnt up and die, he basically dies in every episode by being burnt up or blown up or some type of way, because he's Fire Marshal Bill.
You go to plug this baby in, and you just happen to be soaking your bunions in a bucket of water. Never better.
And then, they always had their little taglines. And his was...
Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Let me show you something.
Fire Marshal Bill, man. Classic and one of the best In Living Color skits. Now, another was one of my favorite. It was the Homeboy Shopping Network.
Oh, yo, all you bad bargain hunters out there, welcome to the Homeboy Shopping Network.
Now, Keenan Ivory Wayans and Damon Wayans always played these two guys as basically burglars, robbers, street cats, if you will. And they always had a bunch of stuff that they done stole and they trying to fence off. Hence, the Homeboy Shopping Network.
For your automotive needs, we got car phones, we got car stereos, we got car alarms. And if you act now, we could probably get the car.
Now, I know a lot of people are like, what's a shopping network? Back in the day, they had a network you could just watch and order stuff. Like, I want that casserole dish.
Look at how it still sparks. It just absolutely glimmers.
So it was a play off of that, and now y'all just order off of Amazon. But they would always have like a TV or something crazy. I mean, one episode they had like a NASA satellite.
Not only will you get like all the cable stations out there, but you'll be able to talk directly to the astronauts.
They try to sell you gold chains that they done ripped off somebody's neck.
Lovely assortment of gold chains. Some of them have been broken in transit though.
And at the end they'll do their little tagline and they'd be like,
more money, more money, more money.
That more money, more money, more money. The Homeboy Shopping Network, one of the best skits on In Living Color. Now the next one, you know, nowadays in 2026, if In Living Color came out, it would be canceled. Maybe not be canceled, maybe it'd be the most popular show in the world. I don't know. But people would be trying to cancel it, let's just say. Because some of the skits were so controversial and some people would be offended by them today. And one of the skits that I'm talking about, Men on Movie. Damon Wayans and David Alan Grier play gay guys that are reviewing movies.
And tonight we're brought to you by a brand new sponsor, Hungry Men's Dinners. Now how do you handle a hungry man? I wrestle him down and take advantage of his weakness.
You know, like Siskel and Ebert. We'll have to bring it back. They used to have a TV show that you would watch, the people would watch movies and they would give their opinion on the movie. They would be rating the movie. That's Siskel and Ebert. So this is like a gay version of Siskel and Ebert watching a movie and giving their rating on the movie. Now the whole premise of the skit is that they're watching movies, and if it isn't like some sort of a hunk shirtless dude, then they don't like the movie.
I also like 48 Hours. I'm telling you, what with Nick Nolte handcuffed to that cute little chocolate brown Eddie Murphy's. Two men from different cultures learning to love one another and depend on each other's for strength. It was like an all-male version of Jungle Fever.
And if it is a dude over there with no shirt or big hunky guy, they love the movie. And their key tagline is,
Hated it.
so whenever they didn't like a movie, if it was a movie about a female or something like that, they'll be like, hated it. So if you ever hear somebody be like, hated it, that's where it comes from.
Then there's Pretty Woman.
Hated it.
I don't know if it's like they have been canceled Damon Wayans and David Alan Grier at this point.
Now we come to Dick Tracy. You know, I love the title, but the movie just left me limp.
But it was one of the funniest skits on The Living Color, the Men on Film, I think it was called. Not Men on Movie, it was called Men on Film. All right, that's just a few of the best skits from In Living Color. Comment below, what was your favorite skit from In Living Color? We can go over, let me check it out, let me remember, let me see what's going on. There's so many skits, this was only 3. I did another video on Homie the Clown, so if y'all comment Homie the Clown, obviously we already did Homie the Clown first. But what was your favorite In Living Color skit so we can check it out and we can revisit such timeless classics as In Living Color, the best skit show in history. You already know. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, do everything. Hate, I'm not mad at you. It's going down. It's the 90s with N.I.